And I'm live.
I was waiting for you guys to be ready.
Oh, sorry.
I mean, I've been live for
Yeah, I got the
Alright.
notification that Nathan
Oh.
was live.
I didn't get no notification, so I just been waiting for you guys to say that you are going live.
Oh, I thought I heard
um,
the cowabunga.
I mean, I had already said that I was
Well,
live because I did my countdown and everything already.
I thought
Yeah,
you
but you
did.
do
Well,
the
you said
countdown like 50 times before
yeah,
we
you do
do
the
it
countdowns like
typically.
so many times before like actually doing it. So I just thought you were doing a bit again.
All right, look, I got everything ready for Chris. I'm just waiting. Eh, Come on, go live already, woman.
Fuck up. I'm typing as fast as I can.
Do we have shared chat? Chat.
Not yet, because everybody make sure that you press the button for shared chat. They fucking changed it.
Oh, did I disable it? I did it! I'm so excited. I did it.
Fuck, I'm illiterate.
Ah.
Sit
I'm
here and wait for a
illiterate.
minute.
Whoa.
Oh, you get an iBook.
What do you mean I have to sign into the text into my own chat? What do you mean? Whatever,
Oh, yeah.
I'm not typing into my own chat.
So, anybody that's not a verified account probably can't chat in your thing.
Nah, that's whatever.
No, the category will not be Dead by Daylight on today's stream.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
It
did you
could
not
be.
update it?
I mean, I just streamed earlier today, so.
You did. I popped in for a little bit. I was there.
I was planning to have you pulled up. I was also expecting you to let me know, because I just kind of kept waiting to see the pop up, but I never got it.
It was a last, and to be honest, it was just like a fleeted decision. I didn't originally wasn't gonna go do it, but I was like, it wouldn't hurt to do it.
Gotcha.
And then I just ended up streaming us doing a couple like live games and then just customs.
Also,
All
hello,
right, I'm
Rico. Welcome
live.
to chat.
Oh no, everybody. Whoops! Nobody saw that. Oh man, that's embarrassing.
Oh man, I saw everything. I see everything still.
You know.
Babe, might want to, you know, stop sharing your entire screen and go to your proper post.
Distractions! Look over here, everyone!
I love how we just switched over to the stream starting soon screen. Do you not have the podcast set up? Up and down, excuse me? What is it?
No, I'm still figuring this stuff out, man.
welcome to the chat. People on TikTok. I see people jumping in.
I've shared my entire screen.
Oh shit. Well, I did the same thing you just did for a second.
Eventually, we will gain a following on YouTube, but for now, we're just chilling here. We're
chilling
running
here
our
on
things.
Twitch and TikTok. I guess for James' Zone.
Yeah, we got TikTok. Nathan, it looks like you have a sensor bar going across you because I can see your lap and your nameplate is going across your lap for me.
Trust me, it works perfectly too. It really does. Because it lets me just kind of lounge out a little bit.
Wait, hold on. The
and
name.
not worry about anything.
Wait, I'm gonna make the nameplates darker. Hold on.
No.
They're very transparent currently. Hold on.
We'll be right back. I,
I can't change how like
here.
thin they are. Oh well, it's fine.
When did you
Sorry,
fully
guys,
switch? Because you were downloading Streamlabs last podcast, I think.
She had it set up, I thought.
Oh.
I thought she did too. So I thought she had the podcast scene. You.
No. No, last podcast Tuesday it was installing. I was using OBS.
That's right.
I could have sworn one of the last, like at least streams we did.
One, yeah, the last stream we did, the last two, Saturday.
Right before we did repo and stuff.
Yeah, because I
Saturday.
vaguely remember you talking about setting it up.
think I gotta pick up the dog a fan.
No, you do not.
Why are you trying to deprive her of fan, babe?
She doesn't fucking need it, man.
Yeah, but she's like over here panting.
You just turn on the air.
I don't have air.
Well, fucking. She's fine.
How are you breathing, Nathan?
I'm
So-
having technical difficulties.
Suddenly,
Yeah, no,
suddenly, full on like Buzz Lightyear, like just falls over.
Yeah, no, we don't have like centralized air here because there's no aircon. We have the heater, so like we'll be fine in the winter. But I gotta sit there and I'm probably gonna do.
I don't know how to do this, guys.
So you go to your podcast, you go to your scenes, you go to.
I don't have podcasts. Maybe go to my podcast.
Okay, fine. Create a new scene. Title it podcasts. Do your internet browser, and then you'll port
Wait,
the.
wait. You're going to, you know what, I don't need your help. I'll figure it out in my own pace, because you're going way too fucking fast.
Okay, open your scenes. Do the interwebs one.
What?
Like when you,
Name my scene.
when you, the
Sources. Go to your sources. My bad. Then you're gonna go to browser source. Then you're gonna copy the browser source URL from the stream together. You're gonna put that in.
Okay, I get that. Okay, browser source.
And then I mean,
because
that's
the cameras are like the main thing that you need up, and then everything else can just kind of fall into place. Like honestly, while we're talking, you can just be like messing with it and throwing stuff up on the screen.
you really can.
I think that would I think that would entertain your audience enough. Them just watching random stuff, just just appearing the whole time.
Everywhere. Appearing,
Yeah.
disappearing.
If for some reason stop sharing chat.
I saw that because I realized Rico was talking to Chris, but I wasn't seeing
Right.
Rico.
Yeah, I just had to re-hit the button for some reason.
Rico, type again so we can see you. Type again to Chris. You're our guinea pig, our guinea Rico.
Twitch stream together. Stream could not capture a browser. Please use.
Wait,
Babe,
do
you
you
have
see
a
this
thing.
on my fucking stream? God damn it! Man, everything's going wrong.
Yeah, here for love.
What does it say? I can't see. It's too tiny.
It says yeah.
I can't. You guys gonna read it to me.
There for love. Oh yeah.
What does it say? Hold on. I'm just gonna. Just a little.
Supernova.
Hi, Nova.
Okay.
She's here for the job. She's here for the deed.
I love how you're maximizing it on your main, on like the screen,
Yeah, I
screen that
couldn't
you're
see it,
streaming.
Yeah, I'm maximizing it now. Ah!
Hello, Nova.
Back with our regularly scheduled program. We're waiting for it.
It'll get here in its own time. Chippy, 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 chappy, chappy, dabba, dabba, magic pony.
Magic
Boom,
pony.
boom, boom, boom.
I'll figure this out, guys. Hold on.
Epic.
Dang it.
I have that button ready specifically for you, Nova. Anytime you pop in, it's just
You
there.
know what
It's
I,
ready.
you know what I have ready at a moment's notice? Oh.
It's a long moment. Oh God. What was the yippee?
Chippy choppa choppa doo.
I don't know if you
Oh,
hear it.
Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. Wait, she did it again. Wait. Oh God. Oh God. Wait.
Chippy, chippy, dabba, 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 magic pony.
Yippee.
What are you doing?
I love the. You know what I have ready for you? Yippee! That's great.
I'll get there someday, guys. Okay,
ooh.
so I just what do we do? Do y'all need talking points for today
I
on
think
this
we
lovely
have
day?
I think we have a few random probably toss out there.
Why did it
I did have
censor you failed me?
Well,
My chat censored you failed me on my side. It says censored and then me from no.
I wasn't saying that. I'm
I-
doing off of fucking pro. Stop being poopy.
that's pretty great. Not what's happening to you, Chris. I'm sorry. Just the fact that it censored you failed me.
one second, bear back.
Magic pony, boom, 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 boom.
Hello, motherfucker.
Oh.
Also, who do we have?
What?
What?
Cut out.
Who is this man in the Discord?
There's a man in the Discord.
Jacob?
Man in the Discord.
Oh my God! There's a man in the Discord. Welcome to
There's
Podcast
a man in the
Tuesday.
Discord.
Podcast Tuesday, Jacob.
This is Podcast Tuesday. You're live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube currently.
Indeed. I didn't realize he was here. We're only having minor technical difficulties this entire time.
To be fair,
Yeah.
we're not in the Podcast Tuesday area, so people aren't gonna know. They're just gonna jump in and be like, "Oh,
You know
they're
what,
playing games."
You're probably right. We
Yeah.
should probably, so we'll fix that.
What about Jacob?
Yep. I'm gonna move you.
He was speaking.
Hello, motherfucker.
I mean, we can bring him with.
Tell a
Right,
friend.
Okay.
We kidnapped him.
I mean, don't be wrong. I mean, he's welcome to a point, but only to a point.
My podcast would work.
Can you just use OBS for today?
Might as well at this point in time.
At least just to get it up there. Oh,
Streamlabs.
oh, that's rough.
So,
I mean, I did the
what's
same thing, but that's rough.
What's the problem? I mean, what's the problem you're having?
It wouldn't be a Podcast Tuesday if we didn't have technical difficulties.
Saying I have to open it through Chrome to stream it. I'm like, I am in Chrome. That's what I'm streaming right now. I'm in Chrome. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah, because it doesn't work on your Opera. I know that.
No, it doesn't work on Opera or anything else. So obviously, I'm on Chrome. Why no work? Why no work?
I mean, you're in the right
Why?
thing. You're
Also, how's it
you're
going,
through
viewers?
You're going
Just
through
chilling.
the browser source, right?
Trying to get
Yeah.
Chris set up. Powder Puff Puff Pass. If you guys want some good content, go ahead and go follow those guys as well as me. These guys stream more than I do, but when we
We do
do get
stream
on,
on
it's a
Twitch.
great time. We do stream on Twitch. I stream on TikTok, along with YouTube. But I currently have no viewers on YouTube. I don't think I ever have any viewers on YouTube. They're just chilling. Although all of my streams are being saved to YouTube, which is interesting.
That is good.
Yeah, they're all getting posted to YouTube, so they have very small views, but they're there.
So, I mean, David. Okay, so you're going to your podcast, or you go to your ones. You open the source prop. You paste it in the URL, right? I mean, that's all you have to do. Is just paste in the URL.
Did I do it? I didn't do it. Never mind. Whoa.
All you had to do was
There's
paste in the
my
URL.
dude.
All you had to do was paste in the URL.
That's what I'm doing. I just put some random ass dude on my stream. What do you mean?
So,
What the fuck is going on? Okay, I'm gonna
So-
stream this shit. I'm just streaming this, and you're gonna have to deal with it. Okay, just gonna get. Okay.
what do you seeing when you paste in your URL?
Somebody my stream apparently. I mean, you see what I'm seeing? It's popping up on stream.
It's like a completely different like stream. It's some other dude.
I
Yeah.
haven't seen it.
And
I
then-
haven't seen it yet.
Here, I'll do it one more time. You ready for this? There's that. You ready for me to do it again?
You gotta give it a second with the delay.
Now it's just
Yeah.
some random dude.
Like, it's opening up your whole ass Twitch.
No, that's not my
That-
Twitch. It's someone else's Twitch.
No, that's just your Twitch screen that it's showing.
No, it is not. Oh my god! You know, I'll show you the random dude screaming again. James heard it. That's not my Twitch. It's someone else's Twitch. See?
I've heard it. When did I hear it?
Babe,
This
this
is
is
some random ass dude.
yeah,
Look at the
but that's
picture.
that's somebody who's live right now because that's the
Yeah.
Twitch homepage.
Yeah, I know, but I'm doing the URL from the thing. Like
Whoa!
I posted,
Oh,
they're
hold on!
popping
No,
up.
no, 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 no! You're pulling the top URL, or are you hitting the copy browser source URL button on the
The
Stream
URL.
together.
stream together?
The stream together is fucking.
You clicked the
provided.
button, right?
Yeah, the copy browser source URL.
Okay. For a second it sounded like you just copied the Twitch URL on top.
Yeah, that's what it sounded like you were doing because that was the only reason that would make sense.
That's weird.
That is very weird.
Well, let's try this again.
Yeah, like there's no
Anything
reason
popping up?
for it to.
It doesn't anything popped up yet.
Hmm.
No. Okay.
I mean, are you seeing us three on your screen?
Is anything popped up yet?
On
Yeah,
your
us
screen,
three.
Chris, are
Yeah,
you seeing us?
The three of us just popped the fuck up.
Did it just pop up?
I feel like they have inadvertently downloaded the wrong URL.
Now, if I literally, I
That's
pressed it,
no.
yeah.
Trust me, that's what I'm saying. That's where I'm confused about too. But I'm 90% sure you just somehow got your main Twitch's like upper URL, so that way when you open it, because it said your name in the top left corner or top right corner, so it was your Twitch, but it was just
Now I
your
can't save
main.
it.
It was your main homepage for Twitch.
Interesting.
Wait, what? That's what I was waiting. That's right. Whoops.
uh, we're so back,
Good
guys.
Oh, no.
This is Podcast Tuesday at its
no.
best.
This is Podcast Tuesday at its best.
Oh no.
All right, well,
I lost
so
my podcast thing.
I mean, I guess we can have
What?
some minor.
You
talk.
lost your podcast
I
thing?
told you there's I lost my podcast thing. I restart. Hey, I told you to bring up talking points a while ago. Just get go. Get
Okay, so
your heart out.
so my talking point, hello, like something happening, as like any viewers that pop in onto my channel either now or in the future, as of today, I got affiliated. So I am actually like, I hit like all my goals and everything. Oh, hold on, I have to.
Yeah.
So I hit the goals. I became affiliated. I set everything up. I'm pretty excited. I understand that ads don't make very many money and everything, but like this is just kind of like a stepping stone type thing towards other things. This kind of like brings me back all the way around to like our very first podcast when we like introduced ourselves type things. Throwback to anyone who's seen that. Where like I talked about, you know, like in the past I've attempted to make gaming videos. They were incredibly cringy. They didn't really go anywhere. I got discouraged and I stopped.
So blurry.
It's fine. Witness Protectors
Everything
Program.
looks-
You look
Everything
great.
looks good, babe.
You look
Everything looks fine.
amazing.
At least,
I
at least
know
it's
you're
working.
lying. I'm looking at it.
You look
At least it's
great.
working.
You
At
look
least it's
great. It's working and it looks great. Just do some dances on the bed. Everyone will love it. But
Slapped my hip last time. I can't do that again, man. My hip just recovered.
but like back then, like I got discouraged, I stopped. I like my daily routine at some point. Usually, I'm watching gaming videos or like a Twitch stream or something like that at some point during the day. Whether I'm like eating a meal, like quickly, or like I'm at my desk working and I have it on in the background type thing.
Yeah.
So like being able to take one of my hobbies, such as gaming, and then like throwing it out there at the internet and seeing if it sticks type thing, it's honestly been really cool. Like we haven't been doing it for very long, maybe like a couple months, a few months now.
I was about to say about 2 months, 2 to 3,
2 to 3 months
right
is what I
around.
was thinking. Yeah.
Which
So
I
like,
would say, I mean, because right now you just got affiliated,
yeah.
and in 3 months, I think that's a fantastic thing. I know it took me originally close to 6.
Mhm.
Uh, Chris is right there knocking at the door.
Mhm.
So I mean, I feel like we're. I wouldn't say that we're doing fantastic, but we're doing well and we're having fun with it.
Anybody that's watching on TikTok and you feel like helping out, Powder Puff Puff Pass on Twitch. She just needs to hit at least like the average viewer of 3 like one more time, and she'll be able to hit affiliated as well. So if you feel like helping or like jumping in for a few minutes and watching over on that side, go ahead and hit her up.
If you help
Um,
me
Average
become affiliated, you help me
Average,
become less of a potato. Look at
average
me.
viewers, so they have to stick around. It's not just pop ins.
right? Yeah.
I
So
know.
if you feel like you're gonna be interested in our topic and you'd like to um, stick around and take a gander at things, that's somewhere you can watch and help us out. Um, but yeah.
Or if you want to just watch the ads,
Or
exit.
it's true. If you want to watch the ads, you can chill with me, or you can chill with Nathan. Or if you don't want to watch ads, you can also subscribe. That's all. That sounds really weird saying, but you can. Um, but yeah, no, I'm excited. I have no idea like where this is going to go or anything, if anywhere. Um, but
If anywhere, in all honesty, I know like this upcoming Veterans Day this year, so in November,
mhm,
I want to do I'm gonna probably try to do a charity stream where we try to do pretty much an all day little stream.
mhm,
At least I'm gonna do an all day little stream. I want at least a section, 2 hours, kind of like a podcast type deal.
mhm,
It's this bullshit, but the overwhelming majority of it is bullshit games.
yeah.
Then I'll be trying to raise probably one of the main foundations that I like. I have it.
Oh, they won't let me change the font. That's scary.
What? What? You can be statue lady.
But like even just like my uploading of my random shorts and everything, which I have a lot of
Yeah.
really cool shorts by the way, guys. So stay tuned. They're gonna be coming out in the next day or so. Bear with me. They're gonna need a little more editing than I'm used to doing for my shorts. Just kind of throwing them out at you guys, but I think they'll be worth it. It'll be fun. But yeah, no, like even just like my shorts, like
Uh,
on YouTube. Um, when I first started putting stuff out there, it's just like 20 views, 30 views. One of them got 60 views, and I was like, ah, cool. And then like all of a sudden, like I don't know what I did different, what I did that clicked, that I thought my shorts started hitting like 1,000 views. One got 2,000 views, and like and like they've been averaging close to 1,000 views ever since like I started hitting a certain area and like which I find really funny because I see even on like on TikTok, oh your reel or your TikTok got saved in favorites, it got shared, it got this, it got that.
Right.
Cool. I still find it funny that my Twitch following hasn't really grown. My YouTube subscriptions haven't gone up at all. But yet I have these thousands of views that are coming in, so it's just really confusing. But you know what? I'm
I would
at the
say
point
content create.
I'm at the
From
point
what I
where
can
I'm
tell,
just like I'm yeeting it and I'm seeing if it sticks and I'm having fun with it. And that's all I really want to do at the end of the day, really.
Content creation. I mean, it's very hit or miss. That's why I do like Twitch.
Mhm.
90% of the time, it's not just a like a bot account or something like that. It's more than likely somebody actually behind phone like that.
Mhm.
I do think you know, the live streams help with those averages, you know, on other platforms.
Yeah.
I would say shorts and stuff like that. You'll definitely notice, you know, things get better, but I never quite know what's real.
Mhm.
But at the same time, look at most small YouTube channels. Like, they get good bit of views, that usually goes.
Mhm. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
as long as you have fun with it, I mean, that's all that I personally care about.
Mhm. And that's the
Oh,
thing, like,
dude,
the
come
fact
here.
that like I want us to play like the games we want to play and everything. Like I know right now you're kind of like on repo, even though they have added a lot of
Oh no, no,
really cool stuff in the beta, by the way. I saw a reel
and like I
today on Instagram that showed it off. Oh my god. It's gonna be
like I
fun.
said, I'm game for the beta. The
Mhm.
base game is what I'm bored of.
Mhm.
Now I'm fine if we mod the fuck out of it, and I'm game trying out the
No,
beta because
careful.
it's like playing through
On
no,
Vincent.
it's like playing through Project Zomboid, a game that I
Mhm.
can go back to, base game. I can always go back and play that thing.
Mhm.
I've dabbled a little bit in the new Build 42 stuff. I dig what is coming. I look forward to being able to mod it though, because that's why I like that game. I don't know
Yeah.
what it is.
Oh no, it blends in, guys.
Let's see.
It's going over your face, James.
Sick. I'm game.
Hi.
You can barely even. Why it's so blurry?
Why is what so blurry?
I hate it. My podcast
Um
Tuesday.
but Nathan, a couple of the things that they added, one of them is tumble wings. It's an upgrade that you can equip, and when you equip it and you tumble, you fly in that
All
direction.
kinds of all kind of games for that.
I'm so excited. It looks so goofy. Like the people get in the cauldron and just go and fly into oblivion using the wings. I'm so excited. It's gonna be fun. So
Why the voice is
we'll have
so
to talk
blurry? You
about
can
working
probably
out a
get.
time of getting some of that out there, cause like showing
Oh,
off some of the antics and whatnot and this and that.
I've done it, guys. I hope everybody's enjoyed watching me slowly adjust everything.
You know what? That's the content that they signed up for, Chris.
it is the content that. When don't we have at least once a day? We make this joke every time, but we almost always have at least one major problem every stream.
It wouldn't be Podcast Tuesday if we didn't have technical difficulties. Oh wait, hold on.
Guys, guess what
Chris
I'm
says she
eating?
did it.
Guess what I'm eating?
What's going on? Wait.
Pecan pie.
Oh my god, it's pecan pie. Do you call it
So
pecan or
cheesy.
pecan?
Pecan. Well,
Pecan,
not called a
not
pecan.
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 I don't know. It's one of
No.
those. I think I've heard it
I
at
hear
least
people
once
call
in
it
my life.
pecan, but I
Pecan,
hate when they say that shit. It triggers the fuck out of me.
pecan,
Pecan pie.
pecan. Got that good old pecan pie.
It's like how people get triggered by you saying tomato instead of tomato.
Mm.
Man, that pecan pie is really dry. I regret. Yeah. Okay.
I regret everything.
How do I go about adding a soundboard again?
You have to go into the settings of that specific
What's up,
server.
Jacob? How you doing, buddy? You're now
So if you right click the server, it should be an option on there for server settings, and then you can go into soundboard. And if it has room, you can add a soundboard into it.
Thank you, thank you. Okay, I know exactly.
Magic Cody, boom, 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 all the knees. Yeah, that's, oh, it's over.
Oh, there was something that I was gonna bring up. Have you guys heard of the dropped Duel of Fates script for the last Star Wars movie, like of the sequels.
Huh?
So apparently, and it's real because I looked it up, but it was a dropped script because Disney flipped out. Oh my god! But but Disney flipped out, or not flipped out, but freaked out when Last Jedi kind of tanked, and they were like, "Oh, people didn't like this. Oh, I don't know if we should go in that direction." So they dropped their script idea and changed it to what we got, right? In the
Huh?
Duel of Fates script, Palpatine does not come back. And what ends up happening is that Luke trains Rey and finishes her training as a ghost, and she gets like fully trained, and through the entire movie she's going through like all of these different like jobs, like helping the galaxy with Finn and Poe, like going around and just doing all these like jobs, and along the line she's having character development, she's turning into like a better Jedi, this and that. Contrast, while she's doing that, Kylo Ren goes to seek out, power and like to become a better him, and he ends up finding the Force ghost or something of the person that trained Palpatine. Or Snoke,
So,
sorry, Snoke. Because
I was gonna say,
Snoke wasn't a copy or a clone in the other script. So he's able to get his full training, and then instead of Rey facing Palpatine, they have their final battle of Kylo Ren versus Rey. And Rey is a fully trained Jedi, and Kylo Ren is a fully trained Sith.
yeah, I think
And
I'm
and that's
kind
what
of.
that's what we would have gotten if they stuck the Duel of Fates script instead of scrapping it because they panicked and deciding to change their direction altogether, apparently. And then we got what we got, and Palpatine returned somehow.
Well, I mean, Palp's return has always made sense, and it
I
was always kind of
know.
what I figured they were building up to.
I
And it's
know. You
because
said
that's
that.
what it's what happened back in the books. So it always made sense for Palpatine's return. It just they didn't quite handle it as they should have or have. Because I'll be
Yeah.
honest, I mean they had the fucking they had it lined up for them. They had a way of, hey, here's a fantastic trilogy of books. Adapt this shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But honestly, in comparison to what we ended up getting, I really would have preferred the Duel of Fates script based on what I heard, because that sounds pretty dang cool. And we would have gotten a lot more action with Mark Hamill as a ghost, which I think would have been great in getting a lot of more of like him and his snarkiness, or like even like his joking around. And who knows, since he's there as a ghost, maybe we would have gotten like Yoda and stuff like that, or Qui-Gon, or because apparently at the end of Kenobi, he knows how to become a ghost. Spoilers, anyone who hasn't seen that. So maybe he would have popped in there somewhere, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely interesting. It's always a question of like what could have happened.
Hmm.
Because you can look at it. Because I mean, let's be honest here. Dumpster fire it was.
You put your ankles away, you dirty whore. Oh, put it away, you whore. You harlot.
It's still censored for me under the nameplate. I can't see nothing. My viewers aren't getting the show.
You harlot.
Hold on, wait. Hold on, wait. I can. Eh, there we go. Big names. Medium?
In a brothel house.
Yeah, medium. Sure.
Feast upon my ankle. That's
No, don't
barely.
cut his ankles. We're not that kind of straight guy. Unless you want to look at knees. Then you can feast on his ankles.
Oh God. Oh God. We're gonna have to yeet Nathan's camera footage real quick. Hold on.
You have to cover Nathan's. Oh my god!
No, don't do it.
Oh my God, Nathan. We're not that kind of
What?
stream.
Camera, like his entire leg with quack ducks, just like ducks going quack. All just like
So what if I want to show off my awesome artwork?
put this away. He needs it.
Are you kidding? I'm gonna have the pow wow wow wow, and it's gonna be zooming in on him with like the fireworks going on in the background.
Look, it's not my fault that I'm. What? Are you all good?
The audience is gonna
problems?
be going.
Now, Dave,
Yeah?
whenever he starts pulling his pants leg up,
Right.
come, oh shit, damn, I made it that type of stream. Babe, look what you've done. It's contagious.
We will be right back. You folks, go on. Keep chatting about what you're chatting.
So,
I get the
so
feeling that I think she needs to go outside.
Okay.
No, my slides.
James, we're gonna talk up the stream, bro. We're gonna keep them so entertained, bro. James, the new season of Twisted Metal that isn't even out yet. Me neither. Yeah.
Have you watched any more of the first season of The Last of Us?
I've gotten another episode in.
The first season's old enough that I feel like we're okay to talk about it. The second season's still like coming out, so I feel like people would be like, "What the heck, man?"
Still, like, I'm still a little upset that I didn't get to see Bill and Ellie bickering, though.
Ron Swanson? Ron Swanson? Is that who that was?
Maybe. I think so.
From Parks and Rec? He was just,
Maybe.
yeah, he was just shaved, wasn't he? Wasn't he cleaned?
Maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I still think that that they did that portion of the story really well. I had nothing against it.
Definitely, especially compared to the sad story of the game of Bill. Is, oh, my partner left a note talking about how much they hate me and took my shit. Now I'm here alone. You can take my vehicle, and I'm gonna be in this buried off town by myself. I like what they did with him.
Mhm.
I really did. I loved the story. I was that entire time, and when I was just like, as soon as Joel went, we gotta talk to Bill. I was like, oh fuck yeah, we're gonna get Bill and Ellie like bickering, and then Bill's like, I can't live without you, and then they just die.
Mhm.
I was that entire time I was like, oh fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. I just kept getting sadder and sadder because his man was getting sick. I'm like, no, no,
Chris,
no.
Chris, you're not blurry.
Oh fuck, I'm clear.
You're clear.
I think it's holding up.
I also find it really funny how far away you are in this room. You're just this like little entity, like real life, just chilling over there.
Hold on, I gotta.
You better make sure the dogs are put away and the knees are hidden since you tilted the camera. You're gonna pop a hip, Grandma. Sit down.
I already did. My hip hurts. Oh, my bad hip, my good hip. Refuse. Should I do another one?
I can't wait to meet you guys like in Denver and see how like immobile you guys actually are.
I do an old lady walk. Literally every time I walk, everybody in my family that was what's left of my family, because my family's dead. Anyways, they look at me and go, "You're little Sheila Jr." And that was my granny. I walked just like her, hunchback and disabled.
Oof.
Should I do another dance?
Sure, you're keeping the stream entertained.
Yeah. You know what to do with that big fat butt? Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
Good lord.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
It's not that kind of stream, Chris.
What? I'm trying to think of another song to dance to. Yeah. Some. I made the spot. Break it out, James. Over.
Take it, take it.
Da 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 da.
So going into Denver Comic Con, is there anyone or like a panel or something that like you're interested in? Are you guys even interested in going to panels, or are you more interested in just trying to meet the people and walking around?
I want to take a picture with Alan, but that's about it.
Because like I know Nova's not interested in going to any of the panels. The only panel that I'm like semi interested in is the Has Been Hotel panel, because I've seen videos from them and they're pretty entertaining. So but that's like the only one that like kind of intrigues me. But I'm
I
like,
get you.
I'm not the
Yeah.
only one going on this. If you guys don't want to go to panels, I'm not gonna force anyone to go to panels.
No, I'm mainly just want to take a picture with my boy Alan, and then scream "Shut up, my bed." But we will have a JJ and a Jada going. I
When
don't know if
did
I told you that update.
We'll have to talk about that off stream because that update was not brought to my attention.
Yeah, it was just brought up to me yesterday. JJ has the off day or something like that to be able to go.
Okay.
Yeah,
Speaking of Jada, Jada's
we'll
not
be able
in
to
our
talk more in
stream. What the
depth with
heck?
it after. Yeah, I'm assuming we'll be able to talk more in depth with it after the stream's over, and probably tomorrow, because I think they already dropped JJ off.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure. You know how it be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, new for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
I just thought I'd let you know real quick what was first my mind
I'm really
before I
fighting
forgot.
on like who I want to go and see type thing, cause like, let's see, I'll pull back up the list here, the listy list.
The listy list. Look at my knees, guys. Pay $5 for a knee.
You're showing them for free.
$5 no to get a better view of the knee. You're getting a far distance. You get a close up if you pay $5.
Disclaimer here at Your Boy Central, we don't condone the use of selling
Better
body
quack up
on
my knees,
stream.
man.
Your
Better
knee,
quack up my knees. Better cover them up with ducks.
your knees are covered by your nameplate for me. I can't see them.
Fuck, you're right. Shit. Man, now you can't. Now I can't. Now I'm trying to get you to quack up someone's leg, bro.
What?
I don't like him saying them. It's oh god, he's got his dog down.
Oh
I mean, I'm
dang!
wearing slides.
No, you wasn't. Now get on the couch.
Wait,
No,
Your
I'm
dog
not
were
is
dead.
out.
that the same? No, it's different. It's growing to leaning towards the direction of me wanting to go to the panel a little more. Oh God, what's her name? Charlie Morningstar. She's on the list now.
Oh, nice.
So they're gaining like a
Yeah.
full-on
Yeah.
like panel for them
Yeah.
now. That's cool.
Yeah.
So that
You
was
gotta check
something
out the
that
stream,
that
buddy.
was
Come on.
something that we were talking about really quickly, just kind of like as a chatting bit type thing. What are your feelings on panels at Comic Cons? Are you interested in going to them? Do you just like like taking pictures with Alan Tudwick?
I would say it all
Yeah.
depends. I'm definitely game for some panels.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it's something that I'm, interested in, and everything like that, all kinds of game for it.
Gotcha.
I think they can
Down
be
here.
fun, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the times they are fun. Sometimes they are kind of kind of a drag. Same thing with George Martin, but it's because that man is
Yeah,
too easily
sitting on my
distracted.
leg.
That's fair.
His panels are always an interesting thing to rewatch because you could skip past when he goes on a tangent.
That's fair. Katara is now on the list, by the way.
Ooh,
So we have.
Oh,
I mean, we're missing Sokka and Aang for Team Avatar. But we have Zuko, Toph, and Katara going. So that's pretty interesting.
right. That is exciting.
Welcome to the stream, everyone on TikTok. I see people jumping in, jumping out. How's it going? Feel free to message, comment. How do you guys feel about Comic-Cons? Is anyone going to Denver Comic-Con? We'll do a your boy Central fan meetup.
We'll do a
Doomlings 236 Central fan meetup. I know we have a
Powder
big
Finger is
following.
going over
I
to the Comic Con.
I don't know how I feel about powder gangers.
Do you not like
feel
the
like that's
Powder Fingers? What about
uh,
Pufflings?
so, no. Okay, so the
Pufflings.
Pufflings is fine.
Pufflings I'm okay with. Powder gangers
I feel like the problem with powder gangers is the fact that it is a intellectual property owned by a billion-dollar corporation.
Oh.
No, they're not gonna notice me.
I mean, it is a Bethesda thing.
They're not gonna notice me. I am a baby.
Yeah, but if you try to make it a thing and then you blow up one day.
Nah, they're not gonna notice me. They're gonna be like, in fact, they're probably gonna hire me to play one of their next games because of my dedication to them. God damn it.
I see.
They could be my next sponsor, but doesn't sponsor me. Anyways, today's sponsorship is
Ooh.
not Bethesda. Anyways,
A few seconds ago. Thank you for the follow, this knife and gun.
on
Ooh.
Jacoby.
My last
So,
follow was still there for love.
I have a question. It's related to my topic, but at the same time, I want to make sure before I bring it up because I want to exclude everyone.
Gotcha.
Oh hey, the knife and
James.
gun. Thank you for the follow.
James.
Good to have you.
So,
Welcome.
You've had childhood pets, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure, because I know whenever I brought it up to someone recently, because I was making sure my topic was good, they're like, I didn't have childhood pets. We weren't allowed to have pets. I was like, fuck, I should probably ask if before I...
Keep in
I mean, don't get me
mind,
wrong.
I was homeschooled till I went to college. And my parents were the type of parents that were like, you know what, we're going to give you all of the experiences.
Okay, cool. I just want to make
So
sure
you
I
had-
didn't exclude everyone.
So you
I
had
know
the
that's
weird
a
uncle that
topic.
did things?
Okay, -1 experience.
You
You
didn't
want
have a Scoutmaster
Lester?
Kevin?
Scoutmaster
You want
Kevin?
creepy Uncle Lester?
That's from Deadpool, isn't it?
It is.
It's like king. Scoutmaster Kevin. Anyway.
I just wanted to ask, because I don't want to exclude everyone from the questioning, you know what I mean? So I wanted to ask before, because I had a backup topic in case you didn't. Just wanted to make sure. Anyways, continue if you have talking points. Continue.
I mean, we're already the hour in. You should probably
Yeah.
start your topic.
Let's start it by
Questions with Chris.
Oh, wait.
questions
Wait.
with
Wait.
Questions with Chris.
I'm doing the imagination hand with it. Beautiful. Thank you. I wish I had that, but I don't. I'm just gonna do someone's at the door, jiggy jump if someone gets off topic.
Babe, do the gnome. The gnome's you have access to the gnome right now.
I don't have access to the gnome. I
You
don't
do,
have
it's at the-
Mango.
It's at the bottom.
What the fuck? Oh. Wait, you're telling me I've had access to the gnome this entire time and nobody's told me anything. Access to the gnome? Oh,
He's got some reverb, man.
It got some verb to it.
nobody has told me this beautiful bit of information. Anyways, I'm so upset. But I'll talk about that off stream.
I just made it. I just got rid of bag.
Hey.
I got rid of the
Bag.
I got I got rid of the whole man. I got rid of
the
that one.
bag. Because the bag.
Yeah, you still have yay bag. Don't worry. I didn't get rid of yay bag.
Yay,
Oh.
bag.
I was about to say very upset. I was like, I don't know if I want to know with the price of yay bag.
We
Can't
just
get
got
rid
rid of
of
the
the
whole
bag.
starting to it.
Alright, so questions with Chris. Today's question
Questions
of the day.
with Chris.
Thank you, buddy.
Kelly?
So today's question of the day is: if you,
Yeah.
you know, did you have any childhood pets? And if you did, what were they? And bring up any good memories that you've had with said childhood pet.
Wants to go first. Rock, paper, scissors, James?
Sure.
What are you yelling about? Come here.
I can quote
If you
this
want to come
once.
here, come here. Come cuddle. Come here.
Well, okay. My
Can we
issue,
quote it?
my issue is that like I can do this. It's good, but I have a lot of pets to go through.
I do too. Trust me, it's all
Yeah,
good.
I
I
have
also got
too.
quite a few.
I just
Okay.
do, but
Okay. All
yeah,
right.
just you could bring up two pets that you had the fondest of memories with.
Oh, so I can't talk about the hamsters.
The hamsters.
I had a really fucked up story about hamsters.
No, yeah, the good
Come
memories,
here.
not fucked up memories with hamsters.
I mean, it's a memory we look upon with kind of laughter nowadays. It was a really fucked up story.
That doesn't sound like a good memory, though. It sounds like, oh, it was fucked. Ha 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 ha. I mean, maybe, you know what, maybe there's a good memory. I don't know. Maybe, who am I to tell what's a good memory and not? I'm just
Come
really
here.
pondering on this. It's a really
I
hard
have
decision, Jim.
I have one for sure. I'm trying to think of another one.
I can name two pretty easily. Come on. Nelly. Now.
Well,
come here.
then it sounds like you're going first, Nathan.
Alrighty. Well, I will go ahead and talk about the two. We'll talk about Sagers, and we'll talk about the Riley.
I knew you were
So-
gonna bring up Riley.
Oh, fuck yeah, I'm bringing up that goddamn dog.
I gotta bring up the podcast Tuesday points. Alright. We're good.
Come here.
Nathan, did you tell?
Come
Can you
here.
tell? Did you see? You can see her, by the way.
I can.
I'm clear.
Yeah, you realize we're talking about we're talking about other dogs, and you're like, the fuck we are.
Alright, get the storytelling, babe.
I mean, like, what are my points? Like, am I just talking about fond memories with the dogs, or like what we
You're
doing?
talking about fond memories, babe. You're talking about what kind of dog she is and fond memories.
Well, okay, so Riley, she was a German Shepherd Blue Heeler mix, little stout little thing. At one point in time, before multiple litters, kind of looked a little bit like how this one here does. But she was, what all could I say? So we got her when I would have been fairly young. It was after multiple problems with other dogs. But we ended up getting her. I don't really remember when or how we got her. I just kind of remember that she existed one day after we
Yeah, that was
sort of,
Ghostbuster.
but so she was an outside dog. Didn't really do a whole lot. Was always around. I watched over me, the kids, fucked around with coyotes. But when I started to grow up, as I got a little bit older, I started to sneak her into the basement. Started living in the basement because I had an entrance that would lead me right outside, and I always kind of got yelled at for, oh, don't open the basement door, yada yada yada. Yeah, well, dog. So she would hang out with me, and she had that wet dog, always outside smell to her. Because let's be honest here, she didn't get washed or anything like that, and she did occasionally.
Mhm.
Phrase that. But it wasn't, a pressing matter by any stretch of the means. So we hung out. As she got older and fat, was probably some of my favorite fond memories of her, because that's when a lot of people stopped giving her crap. It was like, yeah, you can come in the house. She was always downstairs with me normally, and she was a really good dog. I think one of my favorite memories with it is trying to teach her fetch. So we threw a ball, and she comes back with a deer leg.
Oh,
And trust me, I don't know where. So let me paint a picture for where I grew up. So where I grew up, rural backwoods country. You have an open field, you have a barn, and there's about a 75-yard basement door where I would normally be down around that kind of flattens out. There's a hill that goes up here, a hill that goes up towards the front of the house. It kind of slow down grade up until you get to the field. The field is flat. Now in the field is where we would normally throw a ball. The field was notoriously high, like the grass was only up to my hip. So she charges in after this ball and comes back with just a whole ass deer leg, still relatively fresh looking meat on it, not bleeding or anything, but it was that moment of, where the did you get that? Why? And she just looks happy as she looks all happy as can be. She drops it at my feet and looks at me like, so we're gonna throw this, right? No.
Excuse me, I'm not touching that.
She was very poopy that we did not throw the deer leg.
I would be too. Had to wrestle it off the deer.
Yeah, she just yanked some poor deer
So
leg off, bro.
That's what I'm real confused about. Because I walked that field constantly because I would play golf and I would talk. So I would, be practicing golf swings or something. So I was constantly in that field, and I was in that field an hour ago. There was no deer carcass.
There was after that dog was done with it.
No, I'm telling you, I think she just had.
Around, man.
I think she had found it a while ago and set it aside, looking for the right excuse to bring it up to the house.
The question is, how did you get it beforehand, though?
She had free reign to the property. That dog got backed over. She got fucking ran over, or backed over once, ran over twice. Like she was a trooper. No leash held that dog.
Jeez.
She did whatever the hell she damn well pleased. We tried to fences. It just didn't work.
Do.
She's real good about always being around, though. Yeah, when she passed back in 2021, 2022, give or take, she was old, but she was real good dog. Very fond memory of that dog.
Yeah.
All right, James, before I go into my second one, you want to tell us about your first one?
Sure. Do you guys want to hear about Shadow or Max?
Shadow.
Yeah, I guess we'll do Shadow.
So Shadow was a rabbit. I used to call him a jackalope though, because when he would like stretch out, like no joke, he was like longer than like an average house cat sometimes. So I don't know. I don't know like what kind of, because we had owned other rabbits around that time as him, and they were all relatively the same age, but he just like he was Goliath, and the rest of them were just like itty bitty little rabbits type thing the whole time. But Shadow was mine, and I was very very happy with him. I had him probably for a few years. I don't know exactly how young I was when I had him, but I had him when I was young, and I had him for a while. One of my like most fondest, very vivid memories was like, first off, he was like the best rabbit. Like you would be able to like flip him on his back, and he would just like lay out on you and just like chill, and like he wasn't like skittish or anything. He loved being held. We'd let him free in the backyard, and he would be bucking and like running through the backyard. It was great. But for the longest time, I don't remember if it was like from when we got him to like maybe a year or so in type thing, we thought he was a she. And
Yeah,
at a
trying to figure out the gender for a rabbit.
So we thought he was a she, and then Shadow started getting fat, so we automatically assumed because we had male rabbits that Shadow was preggers, and that bunnies were coming at any point type thing. And I remember just like thinking like, oh, we're gonna have bunnies, yeah, like this and that, and like for the longest time. And I remember there was a specific point where I'm holding Shadow's on his back, and my mom like looked at him and goes, "Wait a minute," and just kind of looks.
A minute.
And we won't go into the details of how she knows, but I just remember we found out that Shadow was in fact not a girl, and he was a he,
It's all
and
the
we,
nuts.
yeah, and we and we and we, and we were just like oh, you're just fat. You're just fat and jolly. Like I remember that was my mom's reaction, and we just laughed at it, and then we just moved on with our life. Like he was just a fat, happy rabbit, you know. So and from then
I
on,
don't know what
Shadow
he
was
is
a he, and he was
his
there.
name.
Yeah, which I
But he
thought
was
was
not.
hilarious.
He was a he, and he indeed was not having babies.
Which I'm pretty sure there was even like a time where like my mom felt his belly and was like, "Oh, there's a rabbit right here." It was probably like his lung or like like his stomach or something.
Oh,
Uh,
roasting his rabbit. You can't feel the baby rabbit kicking.
it's kicking. It's just his heart going dook 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 dook.
Oh, rabbits' hearts are so damn fast.
Yeah, it's so fast. It's so hard. You feel it through their
Gosh.
whole body.
Mhm. So that's one of my
Oh,
like
the potato
fun
rabbit says,
memories
"Oh, the
with
babies are
Shadow.
kicking."
All right. Well, I guess
I love
moving
that.
on to my second.
Beautiful.
Uh, it would have to be Sage. Sage is still kicking today. She's had 2 litters. Um, is a
No, you
absolute
can
menace.
games my dick back.
An absolute menace to society. Uh, so she is a Yorkie poo,
Oh.
and she don't you start. She is the size of this hamburger. um, don't get me wrong. So
No, got
I
some hot
remember
glue.
when she does have some hops. Even for a 15-year-old lady, she has some hops.
Jeez.
Bro,
I think she
whenever I was at his dad's house for Christmas,
no.
I was sitting in a chair like this height, and she was on the ground. She jumped up my lap flawlessly. Like she didn't even have to sit there and like scrabble around to get her arms to push herself up or anything. She was just there. I looked,
She's
I
a
was like, oh,
chunky.
there's a dog in my lap.
She's a little chunkers too. Like nowadays, she's a chunkers,
Huh.
and it is the funniest thing to see that dog still do what she did when she was a puppy. We got her from it was years ago. It was down. We got her in Kentucky. Drove down. It was me, my mom, my sister, brother. We all got in the car. We drove down to Kentucky to pick up these preemie dogs because their mother wasn't producing milk.
Mhm.
So we bring her up and bottle feed her for the first probably so all that fun jazz. Uh, and she was always a because she was our first inside house because dad was allergic to dogs. Um, so because of how the Yorkie's hair was, yada yada, they were able to be in the house. So she was always up somebody's ass. And her favorite thing to do was, the dancing beg. Stop. You're not talking to Luna through the walls right now. Or Bella through the walls right now. So she would always just dance, and she would just flail her arms and look at you.
Mhm.
Best memory of that dog would have been so I eventually started putting in like a small little kitchenette type. It was just a hot plate and a griddle. I lived in the basement,
Mhm.
and I would sometimes have the door open, not always, but she would come down if it was open, and she would look at me. And if I was in the middle of cooking, It was just that she would dance for, I think the longest I had her dance for 20 minutes.
What?
And I'm sitting there.
God.
Well, it's because I'm sitting.
Dance your little soul.
I'm just imagining like this flash mob just give me some food, yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
Just
yeah,
full on
yeah.
like
I
Skinwalker, the dog
just, like,
stands
raise
up and
the
starts
roof.
like going at it.
Honestly, it was funny because once she had her first letter, the first letter went places. I do believe. I think we kept. I think that's where Ryder and Sugary. Second letter we didn't. No, it was either the
Yeah.
second or third. They kept.
Hi. Hi.
No, Ryder was they got after I had left, or well, before I left. Still, weird timing.
Hmm.
She had Louie and Sugary. They were the kids. They're still at the house. Well, Ryder was the dad, but after she got her kids, and I mean air quotes, husband / just puppy daddy. She got to become a very bitter little old lady. Where it is really funny because you can, even Chris has kind of seen it. So Sage knows who her people are, and when other people try to sit with her people, it is a angry little woman.
Yeah. I didn't experience it, but
Between me and my little
sat next to E, she lost her shit.
between me and E, if anybody else tries to sit with us, it is no.
I remember E was just sitting on the couch and your dad sits next to him, and then Stasia just jumps in not Stasia, Sage just jumps in his fucking lap and then starts losing her shit, just yelling at him. I'm like, ah, man, I'm so glad I just had to sit there.
She is she's
I'm
a
glad I'm not that guy.
honestly the other three, they're a little bit better, but because of how we were as kids, they always want help.
Gotcha.
So
So I thought, what?
they always want help. You cannot, when you walk in that house, you're pretty much, all right, I guess you're mine for the day. Pretty much either going to hold them or they're going to sit in your lap, and they expect compensation for their time.
That's what Sage did. She jumped in my lap, and then the other one, I'm assuming her puppy daddy, also jumped in my lap after she got it. I was just sitting there looking at me like, so, you gotta give me some of that food? I'm like, nah, but I'll pet you. And then one of them got mad, got off my lap, and started yelling at the wall for a tennis ball for like 20 minutes.
That's Louie. Yeah. No, he don't know why, but he obscenely screams for a tennis ball that's not even there anymore.
Yeah, he sits there and screams at the wall for a tennis ball, and like there's Nathan's dad is like he's barking at the cap that used to have a tennis ball, but he doesn't even have it in there anymore. He flipped that cap over and everything. There was no ball in there, and he was just like he lost his shit even more whenever he flipped that head over like it was a magic trick. Like Louis was like, oh, the disappearing act. Where'd you put it?
Pretty good. I call them the rats.
Anyways,
when I refer to them, they are the rats.
Anyways.
I was done.
James?
I was paused for a minute there. All
right, I was the one talking.
Bad.
Go on.
You know I'm happy.
Sorry that I interrupted. Go on.
Yes, hold on. This is what I was about to say.
Someone's at the door. Chicky jump, chicky wado.
Alright, continue.
I feel like she needs to be gnomed. Anyway, so my other one I was gonna mention is Max. So Max is the first dog that was like, you know, I got him as a puppy. He was considered my dog, and he passed away, I believe, 22 or 23. 22 or 23. It was semi-recent, but it has been a little while.
Yeah, that's how I feel, Riley.
Yeah. But like, I had just prior to Max was another he was a white lab. My family was very big on getting labs. I think at that point he was our third lab. Um, but he was the one that like was mine. Um, so I got to train him and work with him and everything. So labs are very famous for enjoying water, like going water crazy, right? Like
Oh,
jumping
yeah.
into like the pools and the beaches or in the rain or in the puddles and all this stuff. Not Max.
Yeah.
Not Max.
Not Max.
Max hated the water. Anything to do with the
no.
water, he
He's the French
despised
of
it.
labs.
It was the worst thing. But he has a good reason. And that's my memory that I'm gonna share with Max. So Max, we took him camping, and we were like walking along this like stream type thing, and it was shallow enough to where like younger James was able to walk through it, in his sandals, and younger James is holding Max's leash, and Max isn't getting in the water. He's like running along the side and everything. He's a younger spry pup, and well, Max decides, hey, he's in the water. I'm gonna get in the water, so he jumps into the water.
Oh no.
Mm.
After a few seconds and air bubbles coming up, I realize Max is not coming out of the water. And I see him looking up at me from in the water. The poor guy jumped into mud, and his paws went
No.
thump and sunk into the mud. So he jumped in and expected to come out, and he was just stuck there underwater like this, looking up at me. And I was so when he wasn't down there for very long at all. Like it felt longer than what it was, but
Realistically, probably like 5 seconds.
maybe at most. So when I realized this, I go, Max! So I like dive in, wrap my arms around his body, and I rip him out of the mud. He's fine. I put him on the side of the water. He shakes off and everything. He's good. But after that camping trip, Max wanted nothing to do with any type of water. He
No.
despised baths. We had this like stereotypical like turtle pond, turtle sand pit thing, the plastic ones, the
Right.
plastic green ones, and we would fill
Okay.
that with water,
Right, like
for like a kiddie pool for the animals during the summer because it was really hot. It was a way for them to
Right.
cool down. So he would like walk over and he would dip one toe in it and then he'd walk away. He'd want nothing to do with it. So
They
like
trust if the water feels fine without experiencing it.
yeah,
Now, as far
and
as
like
the stream, was it more like small stream? Was it creek? Like what? Like just
It-
because I'm curious here.
it was more of like a creek type thing, like walking through it type thing. So it was, I would say it was no deeper than like maybe 3 feet, maybe 3.5 feet. And then like width wise, it was maybe like 7 to 8 feet wide type thing. There wasn't like a hard like water current going by or anything like that, but it was like a nice stream type thing. But yeah, no, he just thump, and he just stuck there. He had no movement, splashed into the water, no coming up. Like he was just there. And yeah, no, I was able to yank him up. He was okay, no issues. Um,
Oh no, there were
yeah,
issues.
I
There
well,
was
yeah, no, there,
there
there,
was just a
there,
physical issue.
there was some psychological issues that took place on his part. Um, but like hands down, probably like my best dog I've ever owned type thing. Um, he was very tame from the beginning. He did have his puppy antics, don't get me wrong. I'm not the type of person that says, "Oh, he could do no wrong." Like my dad does that now. He's like, "He was the perfect dog. He didn't do anything wrong." I'm like every other day he ripped up the hose in the backyard and he was digging holes to the point to where you came in and said, "Control your dog or we're getting rid of him." And I'm like, "He's a puppy. What am I supposed to do with him?" You know, but my dad doesn't remember that. He only remembers the good and what he was when he was older, which we all find hilarious
That-
because he got so
That's
frustrated
how.
with him.
Let's be honest here. That's how dads are, though. For some reason, my dad still looks at both Riley and Sage. And don't get me wrong, Sage is still around. Riley passed a while back.
Hmm.
That dog could do no wrong. That dog, so digging up ground.
So,
Just absolute menace.
so for me, I'm gonna be doing 3 pets because one of our pets
Oh,
recently passed away.
Oh, I see how
Well,
it
I'm
is.
doing a memorial
We
for
only get
Sassy.
Well,
2.
wait, why do you get 3 pets?
Well, Sassy just died like 2 days ago. God damn it!
I
You
didn't,
only gotta talk about Sassy and the other one.
I
Well, I
didn't,
don't want to replace Roxy.
I didn't get to talk about my snake or my ducks or my chickens or my
Well, hold on. I'm just bringing this
my
up 'cause
guinea
Sassy
pigs that I
literally
had for
died
years.
2 days
Yep.
ago.
Like it's almost a week.
No, it has not.
Thursday last week.
I have it marked in my calendar.
I thought it was Thursday,
But,
Friday, 'cause that's when you called me. I was at work. Well, you texted me.
It was May 30th. But it's still relatively fresh. I just wanted to bring this up because I wanted to bring up the good Sassy, but I did not want to replace Roxy, okay? I love Sassy, but not that much, okay?
I'll
But,
allow it.
So,
Yes,
Sassy,
Sam.
as we all know, was a Yorkie Irish Terrier mix, and she was a fucking street urchin. Oh my god. You could sit there, bring her inside 5, 10, 12 times in one day, and she'll somehow manage to find her way outside and roam the streets like she owned it. Okay? And just so you know, she was like this fucking tall, and she was built like a Tootsie Roll. Just for reference. Like, she was tiny as fuck. But
About the
my
dozen beer
memory,
can.
my memory of Sassy though was so
You guys
me and the
have really
boys, my
small
old friend group.
dogs.
Yeah, Sassy was like this fucking big. She was a small dog, Yorkie Irish Terrier mix, really small.
Jeez.
Oh, don't
But,
get me wrong. And before, until we got Sage, we were big dog. I wanted
Yeah,
to talk
dude.
about Ginger if we had 3, but
But Sassy, I remember we were hanging out with the boys, and we were jumping off a bridge into some. When now in hindsight, we had no business jumping off the bridge into the water because we knew you had to jump in a specific spot of the water or you would fucking die. Okay, that's how shallow the water was. But we were jumping off the bridge, and I remember as I was jumping off the bridge, and I landed into the water, I get up and I just see this tiny little fucking rat swimming to me, hauling ass. I'm in like, so she was like all the way like across the world for me. I'm like halfway in this like really shitty like farmer river. It feels terrible, by the way. I'm pretty sure it's filled with all kinds of nasty things, but we swam in it, so I drank some of it by accident. But
Ah,
just
that
small
explains a
mouth
lot.
of a man. Yeah, that explains why I'm so slow. But
So short.
Sassy, I get up and I look over and I just see this like little shark, like little tiny little fluffy ass dog ears. That's all it was showing out of the water, just like coming at me like Jaws style. I'm like, excuse me? So naturally, I just fucked up, but I see some weird and like wet and radish looking swimming at me. I started swimming away from her. I didn't even realize it was Sassy. I started aggressively swimming away from her. And then she started even faster. Like, she, like, kicked into maximum torpedo overdrive. She torpedoed to me and then bit my ankle as I was swimming, and it scared the fuck out of me. All you hear is me going, ah, it got me. Then I turned around and realized it was Sassy.
May I have your attention, please?
Jesus just joined my TikTok live. That's all I'm gonna say. Alright, go ahead.
Whoa, we have a Jesus now?
I have
Real?
Jesus. I have Jesus, the
Welcome,
one and
Jesus.
only. It's not even like Jesus
Welcome,
236
Jesucristo.
or anything. It's just Jesus.
Just Jesus.
feel free to join us on Twitch there.
Jesus,
Join us, Jesus.
the answer to all. I'm sorry,
I know
Chris.
what-
The moment I saw it pop up, I'm like, oh, this is too good. I have to
that's great.
interrupt.
Oh, that's fantastic.
No, I appreciate that's fucking fantastic. You know, I've always said I was a see it to believe it type of gal. Until I saw Jesus, I wasn't believing in him. I seen him today. Damn it.
He's right
I
here.
seen him
I got
all.
him.
All right, hey Jesus. Anyways, and next up, it's my girl Roxy, Roxanne. She's a King Charles Cavalier mixed with Cocker Spaniel. She was a short little old lady. She died at the age of 13. What I want to specifically talk about is I was on my way to school when I was a kid, right? And Roxy, she couldn't really be trusted, so she was kept on tether. But the key thing about Roxy was she was a fucking Harry Houdini and could break out of anything you put her in. She had a chain on her at one point. Somehow manages to pull the chain out of the ground. All you hear is just like metal clanking against the gravel road. But and like she's like, if you know how big a spaniel is, she's not very big. Like this fucking big at most. You know what I mean? Like she's small. Like she's about as big as Ventress is. Well, it was. She's dead now. But I went to school and I left Roxy in the tether because Dad didn't like the way Roxy shed real bad. Because she shed real bad. You'd have like clumps of Wookiee like balls on the couch and shit from her laying there. I left her in the tether. I was sitting there riding the bus, you know, and getting home from school and shit. And I look out the window, and I swear to God, like, I don't know why my mind went to, they do move in heads. But whenever I look out the window, I see Roxy sitting there, hauling ass right beside the gravel road, right where she can see me through the bus window, and she's just going like, and the next thing I know, there's like two other, like, I've never even seen these two other dogs before, but she managed to get like two other dogs running with her, and then my mind just went to Jurassic Park. They do move in heads. And then I went to go get her. I mean, like, because, you know, she had a whole ass tether dragging behind her. Like, she pulled the spike out of the ground. I don't know how she managed to do it. It was literally, it had concrete on it. Like, we added concrete at the bottom of it. Like, we filled the hole in with concrete so she wouldn't be able to pull it out.
Jeez.
But, she managed to do that.
If it's not dug in right, that concrete ain't gonna fucking matter.
Yeah, I know that now. But, next thing I know, I'm like, all right, Roxy, you had your fun chasing after the bus and waiting for me. Let's go inside. She's like, nuh-uh. And next thing I know, I sat there running after her for like at least an hour through fields. I ended up losing my tennis shoes, bro. I had tennis shoes on, and my tennis shoes sunk into because it just rained and shit, so it was brick gumbo in the fucking field. My shoes sunk into the rows of the field, and I could not find them. Like, I lost some brand new Converses chasing after that dog. I ended up getting her after, you know, losing shoes and socks off my feet and falling a couple times and getting stabbed with beans. We had soybeans and shit growing down here in Arkansas.
Alrighty.
Are they sharp?
So soybeans, when they're
They're
about
furry,
ready,
like okra.
when they're about ready to harvest or just before, they do act kind of like burrs to a point, and they are kind of a pain in the dick.
Yeah, dude, they're pokey like okra, but not like the soft pokey like okra. Actually, they're like pokey like kiwi hair.
Especially as they get like more mature, it only gets worse because then the stalk they grow on gets a bit jabby.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I had to run through a whole ass soybean field for her.
The soybeans fucking suck.
Goodness.
Yeah, you're telling me, man. I lost Converses in that field. I found my shoelaces on the soybeans. That was it. That was the only remnant, like the last bit of my shoe that I could find was just a shoelace.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna leave the third dog out. I was gonna bring up Broski, but I wasn't there.
Yeah, I was about to say we all I knew exactly who you were gonna bring up. Well, I was really surprised that you decided to bring up Sassy of all dogs.
Well, she passed away recently, so do a memorial thing for her, you know.
Um,
Nobody
That's-
really
Right, no.
talks about.
That's why Jesus came in.
That's why Jesus came in, because she recently passed, man. But Broski, may you rest in peace. I love you, man.
I do miss that dog. Great dog.
Right, Rottweiler. Shout out to Brody in the afterlife. Best dog I've raised. Now, you know what? Speaking of, since we're talking about people seeing not be able to see a dog doing any evil, can we talk about how Lonzy has now completely forgotten about how Birdie obliterated a chair, but talks about how good Birdie was?
That sounds about right.
Birdie in his teething stage absolutely obliterated like a chair Miss Brenna got just before she passed.
You
And
can't.
he
You can't
chewed
speak bad of
the
the dead.
arm off. No, and he chewed it until like the metal of the arm was exposed. And Lonzy was like, "Get your dog under control, or you can't keep him anymore." Basically, what happened to you. And now that
Mhm.
Birdie's gone, he's like, "Oh, Birdie was so sweet. I missed him poking at every once in a while. This, that, and the other." It's like, man, y'all now y'all can't see the evil this man's done.
I mean, isn't that how they're currently acting with Nelly? She's just up here.
Dude, yeah, now that Nellie's gone, she's done no evil. She's there, now everybody's like, man, I miss feeding random crackers to Nellie when she broke out. No evil. All the past sins have been absolved.
All right.
Now, Lonzy's treating Ventress like the new Nellie. He occasionally feeds her, and then she yells at him after he feeds her. He calls her chicken shit. That's her new nickname. She ran in there when he was chilling in his seat. As she walked up to him, he fed her a Cheeto. She yelled at him. He yelled back at her. She ran away. Weebay came out with a big voice, started yelling at Lonzy. Lonzy yelled back. They both ran to the kitchen, and he went, "Y'all chicken shit."
That's pretty good. I'm not gonna
Like,
lie.
Weeman came out of nowhere. I don't know where he came from. I was just sitting there watching it, and then Weeman came around the corner and was like, "Rrr, rrr, 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 rrr." And then Lonzy walked up to him, got in his face, went, "Rrr, rrr, rrr, rrr," back at him. And Lonzy, like, Weeman straight up tucked tail and fucking hauled ass, dude. He Scooby ran. He was stuck in motion for a second trying to run away.
Wee Man does not take confrontation well at all.
He's good talking shit at distance, but when it's face to face, he's like, "Oh shit, my bad, G."
But
I was
No,
only
I've-
talking shit from a distance.
oh no, trust me. I've learned that Wee Man, Wee Man will talk shit with you from a distance. The moment that you get within 3 feet of him, he's like, "Ah, my bad, pimp."
He's like, "My bad, G. I didn't mean that. I didn't think you heard any of that. I'm being 100%. I thought I was being quiet, G. My bad. No harm done,
Right.
right? I was just joshing, bro."
Well, we got any other points on your questionnaire there, babe?
Oh, that was pretty much it for me.
All right, all right. A lot faster than I thought it would, because we were limited to 2 pets.
Yeah. So I'm not gonna lie. I had another partner, but I don't want to do that.
Oh,
I don't.
why is it sad?
Yeah. I don't want to cry on stream. I don't want to cry. I don't want to be a bitch, babe. My mom didn't raise no bitch. She rose a bitch. Anyways. She raised a bitch. But yeah, that was it for
Questions with
the questions with
Questions with
Nathan, your face is frozen. Oh, never mind. You were holding it that way. Okay, never
I
mind.
was holding the note.
You're just like, I thought it froze. I'm just like, okay, it's awesome. Fans like about screenshotting. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just sending it to the Discord. Like I did the last one.
Listen, if there's not at least one random out of like context, just a random clip of me in the Discord from Podcast Tuesday, I get concerned.
I didn't get enough time to screenshot. I was just about to, but then you moved your face. I was like, oh, it wasn't frozen. I thought I had time.
Alrighty, well, babe, what do we got?
So, today, we have a tie.
Oh,
Oh.
tiebreaker round. Tiebreaker round.
Tiebreaker red. Okay. This is me thinking. This is the sounds of questions forming. What's your favorite non-dog, non-cat animal?
Like just our favorite animal in general?
Yeah, like, are we talking like pet
Yeah,
wise?
whoever answers fast, whoever. No,
Penguin.
No. Like, Animal Kingdom. There they go. CJ's got it.
Let's go.
I didn't even know if we were talking pet wise, but we were talking.
I didn't hesitate the moment she said whoever answers first. I was like, I don't care, penguin. Because I embody a penguin.
Alright.
Once you guys meet me IRL, you're gonna see that I just penguin run.
Well, today's a winner of Podcast Tuesday.
Let's go. Rightfully so. I earned this.
First penguin.
Nathan's trying to ask for answers. I just blurted out an answer.
Me wanting more in depth. Like, all right, so what am I looking for here? Like, do I have like X, Y, Z?
Penguin.
Whoever says it first, me. Oh, okay.
I'm the non-cat, non-dog.
Oh yeah, no, trust me.
It just worked out that my favorite animal is not a cat nor a dog.
I was gonna say kiwi.
I love me a kiwi.
So fast.
Kiwis are cool.
Kiwis are cool as shit. I love it.
Kiwis are awesome, dude.
Especially because when they lay an egg, they borderline kill themselves. It's such a big egg.
It's literally their entire. And can we talk about whenever the eggs inside of them, how it literally completely readjusts
Rearranges their
of them?
entire innards. Because they're from the same family as an ostrich.
Yeah, that's why they have such fat eggs, man.
Oh, the poor kiwi.
No, you know what? Poor penguins. Can we talk about how abused they get from random sea lions or killer whales? Killer whales will flick seals and penguins up randomly just because they can, 50 feet in the air.
Depends on which version of penguins.
It's true.
Fair, but still, I've seen 3 videos of fucking killer whales just flinging that shit.
That is very fair.
Killer whales are douchebags, man. Just because they can.
All right then. Well, I mean, do we have anything else that we want to talk about? Do we want to drag this out for another half an hour? Thinking.
I mean,
talk about penguins for another hour. Because the penguins won this round.
I mean,
do we want to talk about like Happy Feet? Do we want to talk like March of the Penguins?
Not Happy Feet. I love Happy Feet. Happy Feet. Jesus fuck. But not Happy Feet.
March of the Penguins was sadder.
We're talking about surfed up penguins.
Yeah.
The one with the WWE wrestlers in it specifically.
Everything's broken.
The
All right,
city
we're good.
one.
I broke my stream for just a second there. It's okay though. We're good.
Alrighty, folks. Well, if we have nothing else to chat about,
I just said surfed up.
We're not gonna talk about random like penguin movie stuff on stream for another half an hour. This man has a test in the morning. He needs to sleep.
I do have a test in the morning.
No, you're right. No surfs up. You're right.
Because I don't want to rush us.
You're saved by the bell this time, babe. We won't talk about surfs up this time, but I'll find a way to insert it next stream. Gotcha. Just like I do with Adam's Family. Every podcast.
So next week's stream will be slightly different. We will probably be still doing about 30 minutes to 45 minutes of our normal production. However, next week it will be question. I'm going to be giving them their prompt tomorrow while we're playing games, so that way they have roughly 6 days of prep time. Because I'm looking to try to spark a little bit more conversation, and I'm hoping that we can kind of drag out our questions a little bit. So tune in next week and see how that goes.
For the train wreck that is attempting to drag out this conversation.
Pretty much. All right, folks. You all have yourselves a great night, and we will see you in the next one. Bye, folks.
God. Remember, everyone, there's two types of people in the world. There's the people that need closure.